All right. Hey, guys, welcome back. This is a Signs and Symbols Day message for the day. We're going to start out just with a different deck than I would normally use, just because I still wanted to honor dogs since this is a celebratory day or week for me, because 4 years ago this week is when I got my blue healer. So this is a vanity portrait I attempted to paint of him, but there you have it. Okay, so we start out with the High Priestess. First off, we could have somebody who is like got a sweater or something that they tie around their neck, leave over their shoulders, very preppy style, or maybe somebody has a cape on. I I doubt that. I don't know too many people that wear capes today, but definitely I could see somebody like tying something around their neck, a sweatshirt or something. High Priestess. We have got intuition off the charts today. Okay, mystery, wisdom, intuition. We may have a Virgo, we may have a Pisces, we may have a Cancerian. And now let's shift into our regular deck that I like to use for this. We have Eight of Air, that Eight of Swords. So we maybe have, and this is oftentimes divine feminine energy. She may be picking up on a vibe where she understands that there is a masculine that maybe she cares about. She knows he's stuck. She knows that he is in the confines of something. And, confines could be the confines of our mind. It could be the confines of finances. It could be the confines of, I'd like to say this, but I can't because, there's some social reason, or there's, I can't tell you how I feel about you because it would be inappropriate because you're already with somebody else or I'm with somebody else. We have full moon. She's aware that there's secrets, and there's secrets somebody, the heart is on the other side of the secret. She believes that this person wants her, but she also believes that he has a secret that prevents him from coming toward her. What is that? The Wild Unknown, the Soldier of Earth, which would be the Knight of Pentacles in any other deck. Very pig-headed energy. I don't know if there's this element where he wants her, but he's afraid to step into the unknown because he has a date in mind where he can finally do that, but he will not speed up. He can't because of the way he's made. He's like, nope, I can't do this yet. I can't do this yet. I have this plan in mind and I cannot deviate from my plan. I have to do X, Y, or Z first, and then I can step into the question mark of what might happen with potentially this romance, right? This is a matter of the heart. She knows he's fighting what his heart wants because he's seemingly very regimented. He can't step into the unknown and explore what his heart wants because he's being very pig-headed about the other, goal that he already set for himself. I have to complete this before I can do this. She's saying, I already know he's not going to change. I have this intuition. He's not really trying to figure out how to make this happen. With this Three of Pentacles being in the reverse, he's not coming toward me anytime soon. She's just saying, I sense that, I know that. The way he is, the way he holds himself back, this is how he will do things. We have the Hermit. We have the Courier of Water. She may send him a message. It could be a rather cloaked message. It could be a very mysterious message. It may be something where she more or less says, I know that you are going down this road that you've put yourself on. I hope you find what you're seeking. It feels like she's going to reach out with a very supporting, very loving, I let you go, just so you know. I wish you well on your journey that you are hell-bent on taking. I feel like she's giving him some kind of a release, some kind of a send-off. By the way, this could be somebody in the United States, simply because we obviously do have the American flag. Somebody could be driving by a lake. They could see a flag somewhere nearby that lake. This could be an official building. I'm picturing more like almost like, I don't know if there's a memorial or something, like a Washington memorial or something, but somebody also could have a fish or a light bulb or there's something about a fish bowl here, or something that is reminiscent of looking like a fish bowl, even if it doesn't house real fish in it. I don't know if somebody keeps their car keys like in a bowl or a dish or something that's like rounded. They reach their hand in and grab something out. Maybe they put their mail in that, but she's grabbing a message. Maybe this is more a metaphor for like the fishbowl of our mind. You know, we reach in, we grab something, we go, okay, I'm gonna set this one free. I'm gonna send this message. I definitely feel like she's sending a message to them to basically acknowledge in a very clandestine way, I know you're off doing your thing and I release you. We have the fortitude, we have the strength. This is her showing, I can let you go, darling. This is me letting you go. Do what you must do. Because if they're not ready to stand beside her anyway, she doesn't want a stuffed animal beside her. She wants a real lion beside her. Stuffed animal lion will do me no good. So if you can't free yourself from whatever your plans are, then darling, I get it. I'll let you go because I understand you have to do what you have to do. This is her, not to be snarky or rude, like whatever, you couldn't have stood beside me anyway. That is so not what this is. This is her acknowledging, if he's not coming toward me, I'm certainly not going to chase him around and try to convince him to. I respect that he's got to do what he must. Okay, so she releases him in the nicest of ways. We have got the Three of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Sun. And this is literally, I mean, it looks a little bit rude because it's like, oh, I'm pitching him out of the car. And from this point onward, I get happier and lighter. I no longer have a heartbreak over this. She is letting him go. And maybe in this lifetime, this could be somebody that she loved once upon a time, somebody that she knew loved her, but he ain't changing anything anytime soon. He can't do new. He doesn't want to do anything new. Maybe this is like he already has his plan, and in order to be with her, you know, that would change something in his routine. And she's like, I get it. There's not any amount of loving me that will make him overcome this very regimented, like, but my life has to go this path. I already set it up this way, so I can't do the new, or at least no time soon. She may think that someday, somehow, and he might be choosing to be totally single right now, totally alone. She may think that one day he'll probably figure out that that was a wrong turn that he made, that he cheated himself, cheated them out of something, but she's okay letting him go. And as she lets him go, her life gets sunnier and brighter. We have Leo energy twice for her with the Sun and the Strength card. So we definitely can see her moving forward. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. But all of this is like she knows it's time to let him go. Will he receive the message that you send him? I'm just curious about that. Four of Pentacles sideways. This says yes and no. It's not a real letter. She may write it out, and she may write it on a piece of toilet paper and flush it down the potty. She may never send it to him. She may sit down or lay down and like think the whole conversation out to him, but never say a word. It may be, you know, remember, she's a high priestess. She may be sending the goodbye to him without it being a tangible thing. Will he receive it? He will know something's different. He will understand that this is the departure moment. All this time he has held back from her. She is now releasing him, and all of a sudden there won't be anything. Imagine if you were like pulling on a rope and somebody else was pulling and then they let go. Even if you guys weren't like engaged in this intense tug of war, you're still going to notice when there's no more, when the rope goes slack. That's more the energy level. He's going to feel the slack. He's going to recognize she just let me go. I feel that. Cosmico and evolution. He may very well recognize that she came to this very, just hit my own nose, that she came to this very like divine conclusion that I've evolved beyond this, and I'm actually ready for another lover. It's not you I picture wrapping their arms around me anymore. I kind of think he knows this. I think he's envisioning her in some other lover's arms, and I think she's envisioning it for herself. I think she can picture herself in somebody else's arms. I want to say this is an ex from a long time ago that never never got around to coming back into her world, and this is her final farewell to them. Librarian, she's definitely ready for a new book, new chapter. He knows it, she knows it. She may look really youthful, but she may be at an older age. She's somebody who could be like 55, 65, 75, and she looks 25 years younger than she actually is, by the way. But very she's really ready for the next chapter. She may dress in a very like classy but somehow also provocative way, like a little, subdued but also sexy somehow. She may have mastered the art of like really truly what's sultry and classy. What do you have next for you, feminine? Because he knows he can envision her in some other lover's arms, and she knows it too. She's headed for somebody new. Soldier of Water, totally different kind of a person. There is an emotional bond that is either going to come flooding into her life. We go back to that evolution card. It's this might be him saying, no, I don't want to picture her with some other lover kissing her neck, but you have to be able to picture that because she's letting you go now. You never moved toward her. You didn't intend to, so she's letting you go. So his thoughts are flooded with the same thoughts that hers thoughts are, which is, I have a lover coming into my life. This could be somebody that there's going to be a very deep connection to. She could already kind of have an inkling of whoever this other person is. They could be a water sign, doesn't have to be, but they will, I'll say, surface in her life. Okay. They could be somebody who likes scuba diving. They could be somebody who likes, the water as a whole, or they could just be somebody who can go really deep into emotions. That could be like, I always think of like writers and poets as being really connected to their emotions. Rhetoric and the 10 of Cups. For her, she already knows, as maybe as cornball as it sounds, she is completely aware that she has the love of a lifetime on the horizon for her. And I don't think she's wrong. We could say every cliched saying and it would all be true. And, anybody who's ever said, oh, all the romance, all the, I feel like there's such a tremendous loyalty coming into her life with this person that she'll end up with. And a lot of truth. The tea is here. I almost feel like this is a very cliched story of when we meet somebody who is like the person we could stay in a 5D connection with our whole freaking life, and they could ruin every chance we have at actually having a 3D tangible real life connection. When we cut that loose, that's when immediately we meet a person who's really there for us. And it's almost like the weirdness between how a character has to be able to select, do I want to live in the 5D or do I want to live on the 3D plane? And to live in the 3D plane means we've got to let go. We got to cut those energetic cords for the 5D so that we can be present in the 3D. And as soon as we do that, bam, our life suddenly like blossoms. And yes, it seems like cliche and it seems like, oh, come on, that's, this is too much fantasy. And yet we say, but that is how it works, at least in this storyline. And she knows it too. So it's she knows it, and the person that she's letting go of knows it as well. She could be a big tea drinker, or she could find herself drinking out of a tea mug all of a sudden, and that could be one of those things where it's like, oh my God, this is a truth. She could be discovering this truth or acknowledging, or maybe she's drinking tea when she meets this new person. But I think it is going to be like a very cliched love at first sight. This new person that she meets, it's going to be sudden, and it's going to be, oh my God, I spent years in a 5D connection, waiting for somebody who never came toward me before acknowledging they never are going to. And as soon as I let them go, you walk into my life. How is this possible? And I know that you're the person for me. This feels very easy. This feels like it is the person she was meant to be with in the 3D world. The one from the 5D might have been a lesson for her, or might have been someone that is just supposed to be a 5D, like person, somebody that was an example of, you can care about somebody, but they're trapped in some of their life lessons that they just haven't learned yet. We may have somebody who's at the gym doing like resistance band workouts, by the way. That's another symbol of the day. This could be somebody who's like into like extreme workouts. That could be more on his side, but she may see somebody like that. Driving behind a vehicle and having something fall out or blow out of the back of a truck, van, or Jeep. Be careful on the roads. It's just that's another like symbol that goes along with this. Sometimes, sometimes it's fine. Other times not so much if you're the driver behind somebody who has that happen. Some kind of a monument is definitely, and flag, monument, like a big monolith, some big huge chunk of chiseled something or other, marble slab or something, maybe a memorial site or something, walking by one of those, going to visit one of those. That could also be a symbol. And our feminine may dress in a very, very feminine way. She may have, there's always like a little bit of ruffle, not over the top ruffles, but there's kind of like I don't know, something here where it's like maybe a looser dress or something that's, got ruffles, maybe a little bit of a ruffle around a collar, or, like a plunging neckline, or around I'm getting like a Latin vibe maybe for like a ruffled shirt or something. I have a few of those. I feel like for her, it doesn't matter. Her hair changes colors from red to brunette to blonde throughout this, but she's not hurt over this anymore. And somebody could have a favorite stuffed animal, even as a full-grown adult. They may have a stuffed animal that they like still keep literally in plain sight. It could sit on their bed. It could sit on a chair or settee. I'm picturing it in their bedroom though. And it's just something that they've either had for a long time or just something they think is cute. That's more on the feminine side. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for celebrating with me this week. Thank you for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. If you are looking for any of the zodiacs, just know you can find those on my channel. If you just go to the playlist tab, you can then scan through any of the playlists for any of the zodiacs you might be seeking. All right, take care. Bye, guys.